gets here, and Hatton has to try to do damage and mount an offense. He says that the fallacy for most fighters has been that when they get Floyd into close quarters, they waste punches. And that he won't look to try to throw unnecessary combinations, but rather try to land something serious.
So far, I would say the fight is going more towards what Ricky wants to do. Floyd looks a little uncomfortable. He's having problems actually hitting Ricky just as well, too. Ricky is causing the problem with his speed.
Well, what Hatton wants to make you do is fight 180 seconds of every round. Very few opponents who are in love with that.
It's the British Bulldog against the American boxer.
Good straight right hand by Mayweather. Another effective, accurate counter punch.
That's what Floyd is going to have to do to get some respect, because he can't keep running. He's going to have to land some power punch to slow Ricky down by getting respect.
Relax, relax. You're running that shit, relax. Take your mouthpiece out, relax.
Screw shot's working. Slip it straight as you come in. That's working. Slip it jab, slip it straight, slip it screw shot, yeah? Don't go crazy yet. Don't start finding anything yet. Give a more substance to the body. Yeah? Okay?
Don't worry about it, don't worry about it.
Keep turning, keep turning. Keep turning.
All you doing is keep pot shot.
3 rounds. 3 rounds.
Hold it. Shit. Many fans around the arena standing up as if they are trying to interpret and decode what they just saw.
Well, the end of the round, Floyd did what he's got to continue to do if he's going to do anything, because he's going to have to slow down Ricky a little bit to get respect.
Well, it's interesting how perceptions can be formed. CompuBox numbers in round one were one-sidedly Mayweather. CompuBox found Mayweather landing 12 of 37 and Hatton landing 5 of 24.
And I think that's pretty accurate, but it's just the tempo that I see the way the fight is going is something that Floyd is not used to. So he's going to have to fight tonight.
Well, and Harold Letterman scored the first round for Ricky Hatton. Perhaps thinking that it was a Hatton round in terms of ring generalship.
Yeah, I think, but punches landed, I'd have to say Floyd. The fight is moving towards the way Ricky wants it to go. So he's actually controlling the tempo of the fight.
A street fight.
Street fight. And his speed is bothering Floyd, too.
There's an abrasion on the left cheekbone of Mayweather.
And I thought I saw a trickle of blood out of the nostril of Ricky Hatton after one of those Mayweather counter shots. Cortez with a tutorial. He may have to issue some more of those.
Well, when you're coming in with the anxiety the way that Ricky's coming in, you're always going to leave yourself open. So he's determined evidently that he's going to do that. Figure that it still would pay off because he could get closer and eventually wear out Mayweather but still taking punches as he's coming in.
Good right hand by Mayweather.
And then he reached out and grabbed Hatton and held him.
Well, he's been throwing one punch at a time, and some of them have been very effective.
Well, so far, he's keeping Ricky at a distance where he can catch him. But if he lets Ricky start crowding him as the fight goes on, it's going to be different, especially with Ricky having those shorter arms.
Now Hatton lands the jab and gets inside.
You gotta get a little nasty. You gotta get him practically fighting.
Hatton lands another jab, almost gets tripped by Mayweather's feet. Mayweather missing with a right-hand counter punch.
Break out clean.
The way this is going, you wonder if Cortez is going to allow Hatton to fight the fight that he wants to fight. Because Cortez seems to be breaking them up every time they get into close quarters.
All right, you guys are doing too much dirty fighting, too much wrestling. You got almost at 80 points. I mean.
It's Mayweather who's holding. There's no question who's doing the holding. If points were to be deducted, you would have to think it would be Floyd who would giving them up.
Even sometimes when he lands a good punch, he's still closing, but he's trying to land pot shots just enough to keep the distance and get his points up.
And Floyd Mayweather reaches out with his left arm and grabs Hatton. Hatton, who's been accused of clinching and holding in the past, now wraps an arm under Mayweather's left arm. And round 2 is a scratch and sniff affair.
It looked to me as though Mayweather is making some adjustment to the moves and quickness of Hatton.
Right, and he's on it all the time, Ricky. You've got to stop it, you know what I mean? More head movement. I like you keeping it on him, you've got to keep it on him. It's simple for now, simple for now. Like you said, you're knocking him off balance. Then you'll start getting...
He's the only one wrestling, Joe.
Listen, all he's going to do is press. That's all he's going to do. He can't fight, he's going to put pressure. So relax, let's pot shot him. Pot shot him, relax, okay?
Roger just said exactly what I'd said. That's what he's doing, this pot shot. He's landing clean punches and then tying him up right away, just enough to try to win points and to try to prevent him from getting too close to him. But as soon as he lands a punch, he's grabbing right away, just trying to do enough to win a decision. Not trying to throw combinations, just one single punch.
Don't punch. When you get the arms over their shoulders, don't punch.
Again, you wonder if Cortez is going to let Hatton fight where Hatton wants to fight.
Break out, let him out. Hey, Ricky, watch the holding.
This time, Cortez warns Hatton for holding, when it seems as though it's Mayweather who most frequently initiates the holds. Now, this is where Hatton wants to fight the fight.
Get the knives out.
And he lands a solid left hand inside.
Don't be holding, come on, get the knives out.
Hatton wants an ugly fight. Mayweather wants a pretty boy fight.
Stop.
It's an ugly fight.
Right there. Let him out clean.
Quick left hook by Floyd Mayweather. Hatton goes past it and gets him in against the ropes.
Floyd's main 2 punches has not been his jab. All he's trying to do is a check left hook where he pulls back, lands a left hook as Ricky comes in with his head up, or either throws a right hand lead. And immediately after landing either one of those punches, he ties up Ricky.
If there's any weakness in Floyd Mayweather's game, it may be that he's been so effective for so long throwing one punch at a time and taking no risks that he doesn't have the mentality of throwing combinations anymore.
Well, this guy's attacking it with a much more intensity, I said, than Oscar and the other guys. And you still look at Ricky's feet. He's bouncing, springing, changing angles when he attacks, and that's something that Floyd is not used to. Everybody else has been coming in a straight line.
Stop right there. Floyd, I'm holding that head down.
I've never seen Joe Cortez work this hard.
And I see Mayweather starting to breathe a little bit heavier than he normally would expect.
Floyd seems to be a lot more comfortable in this situation than I've ever saw him in any of his professional fights.
Watch that elbow inside.
Now he got caught with a choke.
Hard right hand by Mayweather. Hatton keeps coming. Mayweather strafes him with another right hand.
Let him out clean,
Floyd Mayweather's right hand counters out his
right eye.
And there's a cut over Ricky Hatton's right eye. Big cut.
This is just what everybody feared.
Had to come from one of those punches.
It was definitely from a punch. I don't think it was from a butt.
It was from the right hand shot. And now this will bring into play Hatton's celebrated cut man, Mick the Rub Williamson, a London taxi driver, who leaves his taxi behind and comes to work for Hatton. Ricky says he's the only man in the world who can stop my cuts. And Mick Williamson leaps into the ring.
But as far as you're concerned, that's fuck all, yeah? That's fuck all to what you've had. Listen, still the same stuff. You're having success, you knew it was going to be hard early on. You start getting a little bit slow soon. Still frustration, still working. You're getting a little bit more. You will get a bit more. And the rougher up inside, and that inside stuff will take more out of him than you because you're stronger than him. Yeah, you understand? You only knew it was going to be hard early, yeah? Just keep fighting the fight, that costs fuck all. Screw shots, jabs.
Here you see Floyd laying a right-hand lead, which has been probably his most effective punch tonight. And he's been getting away with that a lot. He lands it and then he moves right in and smothers his opponent after that. And I think that was the punch that caused the cut.
Combi box averages per round through 3. Mayweather 10 out of 30.